Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being here, Mr. Secretary. I apologize, I was in another meeting, so dashing up and down. I'd like to take a little bit of time discussing my favorite topic, the power marketing administrations, and specifically the 2020 budget proposal. Page 8 of your testimony, you state the budget proposes a sale of the transmission assets of Western Area Power Administration, Bonneville Power Administration, the Southwest Power Administration, to reform the laws how the PMAs establish power rates, to require the consideration, excuse me, of market-based incentives, including whether rates are just and reasonable. This is exactly the same testimony that we had in the 2019 budget. And I think last year, when you came before the committee, we chatted about this a bit, and at the time you said, I'm reminded of a Kenny Rogers song when he talked about you need to know when to hold them, when to fold them. Congress has been very clear about the issue. I'll be more than happy to carry the message back. So obvious question, Mr. Secretary, is were you able to follow up, take that message back, and was it just not received?
I can't answer whether it was received or not. It was given.
All right, well, I appreciate that, and I'm going to give you a little more ammunition.
But I'll go on the record one more time in saying that I suspect that the outcome is going to be the same this time as it was in 2018, 2017.
Congress does have the ability to dispose of what the taxpayers' use of our dollars.
I know how to salute, sir.
Well, let me help you a little bit here. 9 members of this committee, including my fellow Northwest colleagues, Ms. McMorris-Rodgers, Ranking Member Walden, have asked our colleagues in the administration to please reject this misguided proposal. As a member of the Northwest, I remain concerned about the administration's continued insistence on this. It seems ill-advised for several reasons. It's a nonprofit federal wholesale utility and power marketer, receives no congressional appropriations, doesn't cost the taxpayer, must recover its costs with revenues it earns from selling wholesale power and transmission services. BPA provides approximately half the electricity used in the Pacific Northwest, operates 3/4 of our high-voltage transmission grid. Selling these assets would just fragment the grid, cause national security issues. Requiring BPA to sell at market rates would essentially be the death knell of BPA. The whole goal here is to have low-cost energy, low-cost opportunity for our municipalities as well as our industry partners. They sell the power at cost. That's an advantage economically to individuals and to businesses in the Pacific Northwest. We've had some problems. Natural gas certainly is competitive, putting pressure on BPA, Bonneville Power Administration. And we also have increased costs with mandated spill to take care of the fish and wildlife mitigation out there. Fully 1/3 of our electric bill goes for fish mitigation. Without BPA, the federal government would be having to pick up those costs. And frankly, at this point in time, it's really exciting. Bonneville Power Administration has entered into this historic agreement with fish groups, industry groups, municipalities to share the Columbia River in a way that allows for increased marketing opportunities to our neighbors to the south that require a lot of energy during different times of the day, during different times of the year, and yet allow fish passage that heretofore has been a problem with the dams in the river. So it's a historic opportunity to get us out of the courts and into the power generation business, and into the fish passage business, where all boats rise at the same level. So I just ask you to do the easiest thing in the world. Just leave us alone, at the end of the day, sir. So, and with that, I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Schrader, could I just share with you one thing? We just left Oak Ridge, and I'd like to bring to your office and show you some technology there on new turbines for hydro that they're working on at our national labs in conjunction with the private sector. So I'd like to bring those to you. So,
excellent.
Chair now recognizes the gentleman from